suppose one of the most interesting parts of gardening, children, especially for you, is the carnivorous plants. Mainly because they're different. They can grow well in rooms, they grow well in a bedroom, and they also grow well in the garden. And to talk about these, today I've got some beautiful children from... Well, where are you from, children?
Ivanhoe East.
Ivanhoe East Primary School. Yep. Terrific. And tell me your names. Come on, let's go through.
Simone.
Simone.
Piers.
Piers.
Annie. Ben.
Good on you. Well, I think this is a magnificent idea to show the children how to work these things, because I suppose of all the plants we do grow, these are interesting, aren't they?
Yep.
What do you like about them? You're not too sure?
They eat the flies.
They do eat insects to a degree. They don't get a lot of food out of the insects. A lot of people think that's all they really use and eat. They do get a little bit of nitrogen, but not a great deal, but they do eat insects. Can we have a look at this one here? See this one here? That's called a sundew. See these little hairy things here? Well, that's where the insects get. And they get in there and the hairs come round and just grab them. And that's one of our... you'll see that in the bush anywhere you go around in Victoria, in other parts of Australia too. Now, they differ a little bit from other plants. Have a look at this one here. Can you see the flowers on them? Let's hold it up here. See the flowers?
They look like another type of flower that we've got in our garden.
It is a bit like that, isn't it? It looks like one of the, I think, like a primula.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. This one here, lots of people think these are the flowers. Now, these are not called flowers. Do you know what they're called?
No. No.
Pitchers.
Pitchers.
Yeah, that's the name of the little... And it's actually an exploded leaf that has just grown different. These are the flowers. So these... Oh, can we see... Hang on, I'll turn this one up. You see right in the centre there?
Whoa, you tipped some stuff.
Oh, it won't hurt. That's coming right up out of the centre, that. And that's the flower. And did you see the stuff we did tip out? Can you... If you feel that, you'll feel that that's quite... Can you feel that, Anna? That's quite sort of sticky, isn't it?
Yes.
And that's what it is made of. It's a sugary substance, and the idea of being sticky is so that the insects, when they go down in there, they're caught and they can't get out. If it wasn't sticky, they most likely could swim their way out, but they can't get out of there. And, of course, I think most of you would know this one. What's that one?
The Venus flytrap.
That's right. It's a beauty, isn't it? Now, that does close over and catch that little insect in there when he goes in. I always get a bit surprised sometimes when we see those on television. Sometimes they show them as a big thing. They don't grow much bigger than that. You might get a little bit bigger, but not much bigger than that. All right. Now, the ones that we have here would also... Oh, wait on. I better show you this. Have a look at that. You know what that is?
Bulbs or something?
That's right. Well, that's the bulb of the Venus flytrap.
It doesn't look a bit like it.
No, that's right. Well, it dies down in the winter time, and if you wanted to, you could actually put these bulbs into the refrigerator, not in the top part, in the crisper, for about 6 weeks, and they certainly enjoy that. Then plant them out into your sort of mixture. Now, the mixture they need to be planted in, perhaps we should go over to this one over here and have a look at that. This is called peat moss. Now, if I can squeeze this, we'll see what happens. Oh, you see? See the water coming out? Well, now, that's proof enough that they grow in wet situations. In other words, they like bog sort of soil. So we use peat moss. This comes from Germany, or you can get it from New Zealand. Most likely cheaper to go and buy it in your local nursery, isn't it? It's better to go over to Germany to get it. But that is ideal mixture to put them in. Now, to get colour into pitchers, into these carnivorous plants, to get that into colour, the only way we can get that into colour is to put it out in a sunny situation. So it needs a sunny spot to grow them in.
It has that water in all of them.
Yes, well, mostly, yes. They've most likely got water in those because it's got water in as we've been watering them. But the big thing about it is, remember, if you're growing them at school or at home, in the sunny part of the garden, plenty of peat moss. I usually dig a hole in the ground, or say 30 centimetres deep, and fill it up with wet peat moss, and then put my plants in there, and they do very, very well in a wet spot in the garden. Now, they also do well inside. And this, what's that? You know what that is, Simone?
Drinking.
It's a container that had
Lemonade in it?
yeah, lemonade, one of those drinks in it. Now, they're very, very good. My little pitcher had been growing in here for quite a long time, about 5, 6 years. Came up and flowered every year. The flower came out here, and then the little pitchers were formed in here. No worries at all. So if you wanted to, you could grow that well. The only thing, if you're growing that inside at school or at home, make sure you put it away from the window, because the hottest part in the summertime is near the window, and the coldest part in the wintertime is near the window. So we keep it a little bit inside, and it will do well. Now, have a look at this. What do you think of that for a book?
Good.
Fantastic.
That's a beauty. Now, this is written by a man that's called Gordon Cheers. A good name, isn't it? We could nearly give him 3 cheers, couldn't we? But this is a very good book to have at your school if you're going to grow any of the pitcher plants. So I would strongly suggest that you have it taught to teachers when you go back to school, and suggest that we could get one of these for your school, because it's full of a lot of information, things that I've talked about today, but a lot of things that I haven't talked about that you'll get a lot from. So I think that, and it's written well, you can all read that without any worries at all. So what I'd like to suggest now, why don't you have a talk to the school, see if you can't get just a few pictures, and what about out there too? If you're thinking of doing this, this is a good way to start a garden in a classroom or an activity at home. The main thing is to remember, when you put them into the soil or into the peat moss, it's got to be very, very wet, and they like that moisture. But I think this would be a lot of fun, don't you?
Yeah.
If you had to watch them grow.
How long would these grow for?
Oh, they grow for years. There's no reason why you can't have a pitcher plant, a nice little carnivorous type plant, for years and years and years. They do very well. So why don't you have a go at this at school? Well, thank you very, very much for coming along. You've been beautiful. I'm sure the children out there have really admired you, and a lot of your ideas have been good too. Thanks a lot.